Well, this is my Christmas workshop table, and as you can see, it is filled with all kinds of colors and decoration, and I am just really looking forward to getting started. Today, my focus, it's a Saturday morning, I got a lot of things going on this afternoon, but I wanted to get started on my bows. And I have quite a few bows. I have a lot of bows that are already made, but I wanted to work on some bows that are with some ribbon that's new that I absolutely love that I got at Michael's. And got it on sale, and as you can see, it's very blingy. If you look at this first one, oh my goodness, is that not beautiful? I don't know if you can see the sparkle in it, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And that was, let's see, 23 feet. And I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look on the receipt. Oh, $10 for the 23 feet. And 25 feet for this one. This is, you can see the twinkle and the sparkle in it of the snowflakes. And it has a white background with a silver. And then, look at this. In the silver with white snowflakes. Is that not beautiful? And that's also 25 feet. Same price at Michael's. So Michael's has a beautiful selection. If you're looking for metallics, are looking for things, actually, if you're not looking for metallics, but just looking for beautiful Christmas ribbon, Michael is a great place to start, along with Hobby Lobby. I have quite a mixture that's here, and so I will show those as we go. So today, the focus is bows. I have cut my ribbon, and you'll notice I always keep a tablecloth on my table. I marked it with masking tape. I marked it at 26 inches, and even though I do have a tape measure that I could have laid in place, but I am just using it so much, I decided to make it a little more semi-permanent so that I have my markings here. So I'm going to take each type of ribbon, and I'm going to turn it up. I'm going to make the loop about 5 inches, and because of the design, you'll notice I want those 2 snowflakes, so I'm going to gather right between those 2 snowflakes. I'm going to pull one end forward. I'm going to twist the back end so that they are both facing in the same direction. So that's what I'm going to do. That's the first one. I'm going to move on to the second ribbon. I think I'll put the sparkly, twinkly one in the middle. I purposely didn't clip them yet, because I just wasn't sure as to whether I was going to use it on a wreath, use it on a garland, or whether I was going to use it on a lantern. So that's the reason I didn't. Okay, so we have 2, the second, and now we're going to go to the silver with snowflakes. I'm going to gather, go to the back one, twist, a good twist, and so that they're both facing forward. All right, now the 3 are here. You can see their ends. The next one will be the white with the silver snowflakes. I'm going up to where I have my 2 snowflakes, but only this time I'm going to flip it down in the opposite direction, gather there. I'm going to kind of look at it because I think this one may be just a tad bit shorter. So let's see. Okay, I like that right there. So I'm going to turn that over. put that in, go to the back bow, back loop, back tie. And if you need to pull it up just a little bit, you can certainly do that even once you get everything in place, because you haven't secured it yet. So you can still make adjustments if you need to. All right, we got the white one. You know, the silver bling comes next. Put the ends together. You're going to come down about 5 inches and gather. I'm going to flip it, go to the back, twist it, and it's ready to go. So we've got our 1, 2, and now we need our silver with the white snowflakes. Come down about 5 inches. We're going to turn it down, put it in place. So you got 1, 2, and 3. Make sure they're about the same. This one's just a little shorter, so I can pull a little bit at this point. Get this one just a little more. Okay? So they're about even. Go to that back, twist, and hold tightly. It's ready. All right, these are the last 3. This is a 9-loop bow. So we're ready for the white. Going to give it about 5 inches, gather, put it in, go to the back loop, twist so that it's forward. All right, go to the silver bling. Now be sure to get the silver bling on the right side. I'm not sure I did that each time, but make sure that you do. If you didn't, you can always pull it out and redo it, because one side is the better side, the more blingy side. And twist. And I see one I may need to adjust. And now we're going to the last loop, and that's our silver. Okay, get it even, about 5 inches, gather, hold tightly, go to that back loop, go to the back one, and you're going to give it a good twist. All right, now I am going to put a piece of ribbon that's about 1 yard long on the back, and I just did it's a kind of a clear sheer white with little sparkles on it. You may be able to see the sparkles as I move it. I'm going to gather it in the middle and put it on the back just in case I need a tie. Put it right back there, and if not, I'll just work it into the design. I'm going to use a zip tie, and right where under my thumb, I'm going to bring that zip tie around. Now, sometimes what I'll do is actually put a zip tie on the back, and I think I'll do that just in case I decide to zip it down to a surface. I'll do that in just a minute. Let me get this secure. I'm going to put the zip tie in there. I'm going to slide this in. So if I need to use that extra Ziploc, I'll have it to zip it to whatever it is that I want to use. And then tighten it up. Now I've got it good and tight. So on the back, you're going to see the part I zipped. You're going to see, this is what I zipped. You're going to see the zip tie, the extra zip tie that I put in. And you're going to see the ribbon that I put on the back for a tie if I decide to use this on a lantern. Now, I can take it and start to fluff it out. So that's my first bow. Now what I will do is that I'll start to give the little V cuts to the ends. And there are lots of ends. You kind of mix them up as you go. And because your tie is secure, you can really pull on your loops, which is really nice. You can give it a good tug. Get those ends in places, kind of spread them out so that they're not all in the same place. And of course, I'm sure you know that once you decide exactly where you're going to put it, you're going to have to refluff anyway. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to trim the ends, and then I'll come back. Okay, I have for you a swag that I put together. You can see the zip ties here. I basically took 2 large picks and added to them. I'll turn it over and started to add in additional picks and put them together. I'm going to use this on my lantern. Now none of this will be visible in a little while because I'm going to put the bow on this center. I always make that center just like palm size, right there. Just where your fist is. And the purpose for doing that is that it leaves enough room for your ribbon to go in. And this ribbon that we just did, this bow that we just did, remember that zip tie that I had? Well, I'm going to lay it here. I'm going to take the 2 ends of the zip tie and I'm going to place them right around that center. You can see it there. I'm going to zip it nice and tight. But the good thing about this is that also I can take it off later if I decide to change the, oops, you know what? Did I get the wrong one? Yep. I did. I have to take that off. Oh, that's my zip tie. Okay. I did that wrong. So, don't do what I do. Do as I say. Okay, let's take this off. I'm not sure that it's going to come off easily. I needed to cut it anyway, but wasn't quite ready to do that. But there we go. Now, see if I can push that through and still use it. No, it's not going to let me do it. Nope, just broke a nail. Okay, oh well. That's what happens. When you're working, those kind of things happen. All right, so we have to get another zip tie. Raise that up. I'm going to put it back in. You'll see where I'll fold the bow. You see my boo-boo. Going to slide it in between the ribbon and the zip tie. It comes out on the other end. There we go. Okay, now, guess I should have trimmed it, then I wouldn't have gotten it. Okay, now we're ready. So, let's take it, put it back in place. Yes, it got a little squashed, but I'm going to flip it so you can see that I'm going to zip it to my swag. And you know those ties, the tie that I added in the back, I'm going to use that to tie it onto the lantern. Okay, all right, that's done. Voila! So this is ready to go. We have to re-fluff our bow. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Make sure you get all your pieces and get everything turned in the right direction where you want it. Because at this point everything is nice and tight. There we go. Now, here are the two ties that I'm going to use to tie it onto my lantern. My lantern is here. I'm not sure that it will be, that's its final location, but it's the location where it's going to be for now so that you can see it. I like putting my having decoration at the top and at the bottom of the swag on the lantern. And I think for this, I may actually go with a larger, well, we'll see. Let me get this tied on and turn around so you can see. There's its little ring. I'm going to tie it on nice and secure. Won't go anywhere. Then, let's make a bow. Now, the good thing about this particular ribbon is that it is sparkly. The sparkles, I can use either side of it, really. So I just have to play with the bow. I want the bow to be pretty significant because what I'm going to do with the top part of some of the pieces in the swag is that I'm actually going to make them a part of the back. So let's get them in. Let's get a pretty bow. Get those ends down. I'm going to trim them. See if I can move you so you can see. Okay, so here we are. I think you can see. There's one side, and there we go. I don't really want to trim a lot of this off. I'm just going to trim a little bit. I'm going to give it a little wave action. There we go. And there's the back. And you can see our bow. Now what I'm going to do with these pieces in the back, because all of this is flexible, is that I'm going to start to pull some of the items down a little bit. So they're pretty visible for the back. Now, once I get that there, I'm going to play with some of the others. I'm thinking I may add an ornament or two to this mix. So, let's see. We started with just bows. I think that will work in the back. And let's start to add a little bit more bling. So I'm going to get my hot glue gun and we'll be ready to go. Look at this lantern. I think it turned out perfect. I love the ribbon. See the little ornaments in the center, the top, the swag. It has a candle inside. On the back, I draped the swag a little bit in the back. You can see the bow, but I wanted something to draw the eye, so I placed a cluster of 3 larger ornaments in the back, along with snowflake, little curls, and it is done. Merry Christmas!